What's up, you guys? It's Allison. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a video on some different ways that you can track your finances. So if you have seen any of my budgeting videos, you guys know that I use a budget planner, but I wanted to talk about some different methods you could also use to track your finances, because this is definitely not the only way that you could use to track your finances. So I'm just going to go over kind of some basics and overview of some different methods and give you guys some ideas on how you could make different systems work for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off with the method that I personally use. This is just a method that I'm very in tune with and have tried a lot of different things with. So I'm just going to start here. This is my budget planner. This is an Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. I'll put all the details and link it down below if you want to check it out. I will link all of the things in this video, if I can link it so that you guys can easily find this stuff. But this is my budget planner. It's a deluxe monthly, so I track my bills. I track all kinds of different stuff. So let's flip to May here. So, I use this to track my sinking funds. I keep track of my goals, my business income. I've started putting a sticky note here for things that I need to remember, and then I just take it off when I don't need the reminder anymore. I've started doing my business budget in here as well, and I'm still working out the kinks on this, so this might become part of my normal budget setup in the future. But I just use a color coding system. I will link the whole video up above for you to see the full setup and how this color coding works and all of that. I'm not going to go too in depth in this video, but I do use a color coding system. So I have all my bills in here, and then I have different colors to track my expenses throughout the month on this spread. And then I do my budget on this side, and then I track my spending on this side, and I do two budgets per month, one for each paycheck. So that is kind of an overview of how I use this. And then in the back of this, I also have a ton of different trackers. So I'm going to go ahead and flip to the back here. So I have tracking my income, my expense checks from work, our mortgage payments, my giving, vet costs. This is my HSA, vet costs, car service, and then I have my 401k was on the page before this, and then these are some of my sinking funds that I'm tracking. What else do I have in here? Oh, I'm saving for a new cell phone. I added a new sinking fund. So there's all different kinds of trackers that I keep and set up in here. And this just really works for me. I like to have 1 year's worth of financial information in one book, and that's why I like to use this system. Plus, I just like planning and paper and stickers and all that kind of stuff, so I do use this as an outlet for that as well. So this is one option. It's kind of a extended version of like a just pen and paper system. So that is method number one that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So the next method I want to talk about is just plain old pen and paper. It is the easiest way to track your expenses or to do your budget. So I actually have here my free budget worksheet. It is available. I will link it down below so you guys can use this if you want. But this just kind of gives you a structure to follow, so you can see income, expenses, saving, debt, and then the totals at the bottom. This is the same thing that I do in my budget planner. It's just on a nice printable sheet that you could use. You could do this exact same format on just a piece of regular paper. You don't have to have any type of printable to do a budget. You can do it on any piece of paper that you have. I also do want to talk about using spreadsheets. So I have as well a free spreadsheet template that will be linked down below that you can check out as well. That is another method. Sorry, that was my dog. That is another method that you could use. I use spreadsheets all day long at work, so I just personally choose not to do that for my entire budget. But it can be really nice to use a spreadsheet because it will do the math for you, and you don't have to worry about making any type of math mistake as long as your formulas are correct. So this is another option, spreadsheet on the computer or pen and paper budgeting worksheet. There are tons of budgeting worksheets out there. If this one doesn't work for you, you can look on Pinterest or on YouTube for other people's setups for their budget worksheets, but this one is available if you are interested. And then building off of this, I do also want to share, you could put together a budget binder. This is what I used to do before I used the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly. So this budget spreadsheet or worksheet is actually included in my budget binder that is available for sale. So this is created to mimic my Erin Condren budget planner, and I wanted it to be something that you could buy once and reprint every year instead of having to buy something new, because I know that some people don't want to spend the money on a fancy planner when they could just do something like this and get it bound or put it in a binder. So this, like I said, is built off of the same method as my budget planner. So financial goals, monthly goals. The way that I'm handling this, there is a yearly calendar for 2020, but this will be available on my shop for free every year to add into your budget planner so that you don't have to buy something new every year to get a year-to-glance calendar. I have a bill tracker, and then there's all the months calendars so that you can do your monthly tracking and bills. And then this is where the budget comes in, so you can print as many of these as you need. That is why I really like the budget binder system, because if you wanted to do a budget for every paycheck and you got paid every Friday, the Erin Condren planner would probably not work as well for you if you wanted to do a paycheck budgeting method, because there's just not enough pages in between the months. So that's why I wanted to offer this as well, because it is the same format and layout as the Erin Condren planner that I use, but you could print as many of these as you needed for a month and use them for every single paycheck. As well as the spending trackers, you can do the same method that I do and just highlight the color and do the same color coding system, and you could print as many of these as you needed for your different expenses you wanted to track. Net worth worksheet. This is not something that I currently track in my Erin Condren planner, but I do use this worksheet myself to track my net worth, so that is included. This can be used for so many different things, but it was intended to be like a debt snowball worksheet. So you put in your debt and then you put in the balance and all of that to track your debt snowball. Then I have a savings tracker, debt tracker, emergency fund tracker, and then some, account info. This is to keep track of the data on all your different debts. And then again, this is similar to the what I showed before. You could use this as a debt snowball. And then I have monthly check-in pages that go in between the months. You could print as many of those as you needed, and same with sinking funds. So that is kind of the methodology there. I wanted to just show you guys this as an option because, like I said, you can print as many of the pages as you need to suit your budgeting style. So this is another option if you are a paper budgeter or planner type person. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is a couple of different apps. So You Need a Budget and EveryDollar are two of the most popular budgeting apps. I personally don't use an app just because my brain just doesn't work digitally like that, but I have used EveryDollar before, and I have a good friend that uses EveryDollar and she really likes it, so that is an option as well. I believe there's free versions of both of those. Also, if you just go into the App Store and search for like budgeting app, there are a bunch of different options and all of them seem to be slightly different. I have used a couple random free ones in the past. I have used Mint before and I actually enjoyed using Mint. So there are a lot of different options. Just make sure that if you're not comfortable linking your bank information, that you don't do that, especially if you maybe do a little research on the app before you link your bank information, if that is an option. But apps like Mint and EveryDollar and You Need a Budget, I wouldn't worry so much because those are pretty big and popular apps. But apps are an option. Like I said, spreadsheets are an option. Mine will be available, but you could very easily build your own. I built my own. If you look on YouTube, there are a lot of people that do a lot of different methods for spreadsheets and budget planners. So I just wanted to go over some options to give you guys some ideas if you're struggling with finding a budgeting method that works for you. My method with my budget planner is definitely not the only option, so don't feel like you have to go out and buy an Erin Condren planner just to be able to do your budget. There are other options as well. My budget binder here is $22 and it is available, and like I said, I made this as undated as possible so that you could just buy it once and reprint it every year and not have to continually buy something every single year like you have to with a planner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some good ideas on different things you could do and try and maybe combine some things to figure out what would work the best for your own budgeting needs and your own financial situation. So if you did like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Tuesday and Saturday on budgeting, productivity, and building multiple streams of income with my online business. So everything in this video, like I said, will be linked down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.